Hello and good morning. Please be seated. To our new students at the University of Evansville, welcome. To our faculty and our staff, welcome back. To our orientation leaders, way up in the corner, great job, thank you. I'm Chris Petroskevich, president of the University of Evansville, and as we begin our 2022 academic convocation, the formal ceremony that begins the academic year, I invite Reverend Andy Payton, our university chaplain, who will offer today's invocation.
Let us pray. Loving and gracious God, we thank you for the gift of this moment, the gift of this day. We are grateful for the very life that you are giving unto us even now. Please bless our university, its teachers, its staff, and above all, its students today. As we begin this new year, let us have the gift of an open heart, open minds, that we might receive the many gifts that you have to offer. It is in your holy name that we pray. Amen. I now invite you to turn your attention to Allison, who will sing the University of Evansville alma mater hymn to Evansville. As you go forward into your journey at the university, this will become your alma mater hymn. Allison will sing first, and then we invite you to join in repeating with her. The words are printed on the first page of your programs.
Good morning. I'm Sally Rideout. I serve as Vice Chair of our University of Evansville Board of Trustees, and I'm a 1991 alumna of the University of Evansville. Those that know me well know that more than 30 years after I've graduated from UE, that I still very much bleed purple. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you, our class of 2022, to the University of Evansville. I'm so glad to be here today to welcome you and participate in your first formal event as University of Evansville students. There's at least one person in this room and several people across campus who are the children of people that I went to school with, and it's an honor to be able to welcome another generation of ACEs. I hope that you've enjoyed Welcome Week so far and that you're settling into your new place of living. Whether you came from just a few blocks away or from across the globe, I'm confident that this place is going to feel like home very soon, if it doesn't already. This is a really exciting season in your life. Here at UE, you will experience achievements, challenges, growth, and everything in between. Please know that your faculty, your staff, your fellow students, the community surrounding you, and thousands of alumni like me are rooting for you every step of the way. We wish you great academic success, and more importantly, we hope that you find fulfillment and that you strive to find those ways that you can thrive in your everyday life. It's not just a part of our mission statement, but we do truly hope that you will live meaningful lives. On behalf of the entire Board of Trustees, I wish you nothing but the best during your journey here at UE. Go ACES!
Well, good morning, everyone. It's great to be here to be able to celebrate with all of you, and most particularly our new incoming class. So can I ask our class to please stand so we can formally welcome you into the UE family. You may be seated. So tomorrow marks the first day of your classes, and from there the journey really begins. From a completely neutral, unbiased person, I think you're going to really like it here. I know that you come from different backgrounds and different cultures. You've chosen different majors and minors, and each of you possesses different career aspirations, dreams, and goals. But what brings you together is the transformation that you'll experience at the University of Evansville. Every one of you is going to grow academically, personally, and professionally. There's going to be challenging assignments. They'll make sure of that. There's going to be difficult exams. There's going to be unforgettable events with friends. There's going to be much self-discovery. Along the way, you'll also have a few all-night study sessions, pancake study breaks, homecoming weekend, and lots and lots and lots of purple. So when you cross the stage at the Ford Center and receive your diploma in just a few short years, you'll leave this university, we hope, a very changed person, and all that's for the better. What's really essential to all of us is your sense of belonging on our campus. The world around you is changing, it's ever evolving, but one thing remains steadfast. You have a strong support system that cares about you, that cheers for you, and pushes you the whole way. Don't be afraid to ask for help, because all of us are in the helping business. At UE, we pride ourselves on a close-knit community that feels very much like a family. Many of you chose UE for that very reason, and in the coming weeks and coming months, you'll see that on full display with all of us. Whether you're interacting with our professors, academic advisors, dining staff, residence hall coordinators, or with me, we are dedicated to making you feel like you're part of our campus. There's a song that we'll be singing at the end of Convocation, our sesquicentennial class anthem entitled "To Face the Future Unafraid." This is something that we've been doing for decades as an institution, but has been especially true over the last few years. There's been this thing called COVID that's been around for a little while, and we know that life is both unpredictable certainly didn't foresee the pandemic coming and disrupting the last 2 years of life on campus. But we navigated this well, and our students in particular have served responsibly, one of the 4 pillars of our mission. In fact, we want you to live our mission because the mission of the university is all about you, our students. It is to empower our students to think critically, act bravely, serve responsibly, and live meaningfully in a changing world. You are the future of our university. You are the future of our communities. Our responsibility is to help you get there. Life will bring opportunities, powerful moments, challenges, lessons, and special memories. Relish each one of them, especially the good ones, and learn a little bit from the challenges. Don't be afraid to change or be uncertain about your future. We'll be there to help encourage you and to support you along the way. So today, we begin as you step out and embrace a new life, and we want to be able to be there to support you as you do it. So, go to campus events, get to know the students on your floor, spend a semester studying in Harlexton, make our Evansville community better. Ask a professor for help when you're stuck. Ask a professor for help even if you're not stuck. And most importantly, wear purple on Fridays. Each of these experiences will create powerful, lasting moments that will carry you long into the future. So on behalf of our entire University of Evansville campus, welcome to the University of Evansville. We're glad you're here. Not surprisingly this morning, there are others here who want to welcome you. Dr. Jill Griffin, our Vice President for Enrollment and Marketing, will now formally present the entering class of 2022 to our Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost, Dr. Michael Austin, as incoming students become part of our UE community.
Thank you, Whoa, that's loud. Thank you, President Petroskevich. I am really honored and, more importantly, very excited to welcome you today, the entering class of 2022 to the University of Evansville. It has been truly a pleasure for me and my team of admission and financial aid counselors, some of whom are sitting over there in the wave if you're, yeah, thank you. We have had the opportunity to get to know most of you through the last year or two, or some of you even more. And we are just thrilled that you have selected the University of Evansville as a place where you'll begin college and the place you'll call home for the next 4 years. As Sally mentioned, this campus and all the people here will be part of your family and your community. The people you'll encounter, your fellow students, along with your faculty and all of the staff and employees at the university, represent truly a new family, and they will help you in your college career and beyond. These are the people who will celebrate your successes, they'll be with you through the hard times, and they'll encourage you, believe it or not, to accomplish more than you ever imagined possible. So, as a class, you all come from near and far. While some of you traveled just a few minutes from home, others came from across the ocean. So all of you in this room represent 29 different states and 23 different countries. Our international students have come here from, this is a long list, but I want to celebrate all of them: Australia, Austria, the Bahamas, Bahrain, China, Denmark, France, Georgia, that's the country, Germany, Haiti, Italy, Japan, Mexico, Nicaragua, Norway, Russia, Slovakia, Spain, Thailand, Tunisia, Uzbekistan, Vietnam, and Zimbabwe. That is pretty incredible. As the president said, our mission at the University of Evansville is to think critically, act bravely, serve responsibly, and live meaningfully in a changing world. And I would have to say that those of you who traveled that far to come here have already acted very bravely. So again, let's give them all a hand. in the U.S., you all have come from as far as Beaverton, Oregon. That's the furthest. 2 of you are here from Beaverton. Raise your hand. Okay, I see 1 at least. So that is over 2,200 miles away within the United States. Pretty incredible. On the east, we have people from as far as New Hampshire and other East Coast. Anybody raise their hand if you're from the east? Great. We have folks from as far north as Minnesota. Any Minnesotans? You guys are going to love the mild winters here. We have folks from as far south as Texas and Florida. Those of you who are from the south, raise your hand. Awesome. You guys might want to get a winter coat pretty soon. Let's see. And we have, I believe, 13 people who have come to us from less than 1 mile away. So if you have come, you think you're about a mile away, raise your hand. Awesome. So those of you who are far away, find those of you who are from close by. You'll be able to help one another out to share your experiences and to learn more about Evansville. So beyond this geographic diversity, which is incredible, your class brings a wealth of other kinds of diversity to our campus. Race, ethnicity, gender identity, religion, political orientation, socioeconomic background, and more. You've got it all. You're studying everything from archaeology to neuroscience, from education to business, from theater to nursing, from psychology to engineering, and much, much more. In your free time, many of you excel as artists and athletes, musicians and writers, history buffs and travelers, entrepreneurs, and even change makers. So embrace this diversity, all of it. Embrace the diversity of backgrounds, experiences, perspectives, talents, interests, and more. This is what will help you to grow and thrive at the University of Evansville. You all belong here at the University of Evansville, and what's more, each one of you has the ability to transform the world for better in ways small or large, and it all starts here and now. So, Dr. Austin, I am honored to present to you the incredibly accomplished and magnificently diverse University of Evansville entering class of 2022.
Thank you very much, Dr. Griffin. It is my pleasure, on behalf of the faculty, to accept you to the University of Evansville and to the lifestyle and traditions of academia. The UE faculty have dedicated themselves to helping you learn, to teaching you, mentoring you, challenging you, supporting you. They will lead you in exploring great ideas, timeless themes, significant questions, and multiple perspectives. When you leave the academic convocation this morning, you will exit between 2 rows of faculty. At the end of your journey, you will enter commencement doing the same. This tradition symbolizes our faculty sending you forth from the campus to be an educated and empowered change maker, ready to leave your unique stamp on the world. I'd like to share with you another tradition at the University of Evansville. It's a tradition of integrity and honesty. Today, you join a community defined not only by academic excellence, but also by its standards of conduct. Academic integrity has always been a hallmark of the University of Evansville. Please turn to page 7 in your program, where you will find the Academic Honor Code. The Academic Honor Code enables both students and faculty to pursue their endeavors in an environment of academic freedom. This is the environment that our students both expect and demand. This code is appropriate for all academic work which is to be submitted for credit. In honoring this commitment to academic integrity, will the UE class of 2022 please stand and join me in repeating the honor pledge. Repeat after me. I will neither give nor receive unauthorized aid. nor will I tolerate an environment that condones the use of unauthorized aid. You may be seated. Thank you very much and welcome to the University of Evansville.
Well, good morning. I am Dan Robinson, president of the UE Alumni Association, and on behalf of our 32,000 plus members, it's an honor to welcome you to the UE family. 22 years ago, I was sitting where you are. I remember being filled with a range of emotions, from excitement to nervousness to anticipation, and frankly, a little bit of fear of the unknown. And I suspect some of you are experiencing those same feelings here this morning. That's okay, and it's normal. But I can tell you from personal experience, the next 4 years are likely to be some of the most memorable of your lifetime. Today, we are formally assembled here to welcome each of you to the University of Evansville family. You have worked hard to get here, and the possibilities before you today are limitless. Today marks a new beginning for each of you. Embrace this new beginning and challenge yourself to grow and learn. Put forth your very best effort and take advantage of the opportunities before you. We have a very distinguished group of faculty and staff sitting in front of you, and they're all pulling for you, and they want to see each of you succeed. Along your journey, please know that our alumni are also pulling for you. As the newest members of the UE family, you too now have the backing of our worldwide alumni network. We are proud of you, and we're here to support you during your time at UE and beyond. One of the perks I have of being the president of the Alumni Association is I get to see firsthand our wonderful alumni in action. They're fantastic, and they give so generously of their time by mentoring students, speaking to classes, student organizations, and much more, and also providing internships. Our alumni also give so much of their treasure, which enables countless opportunities, facilities, like the one we opened just last week, and so much more. Please know that at the core of all of this is you, the students. Again, the alumni are here to support you. So during your time here and beyond, I urge each of you to take advantage of the opportunities created by our alumni network through programs like UE Connect, which is a series of programs designed to grow the alumni network and make it accessible to you, the students. Reach out to alumni, ask us for advice, ask us for employment, or just say hello. We're here to help, so lean on us and let us help you achieve your goals. While today we celebrate the beginning of your relationship with UE, please remember that this relationship is a lifetime connection, and today is just the beginning of that lifetime connection. The keychain you're going to find on your seat is part of a gift of UE Connect. It symbolizes the beginning of this journey and the infinite possibilities that await you. Your education from UE and the connections to the UE alumni are the keys to your success, and they can unlock a world of opportunities for each of you. I wish each of you a challenging, rewarding, and enjoyable academic career, and I look forward to you joining our ranks as members of the UE Alumni Association in just a few short years. But until then, enjoy your time here. Congratulations and welcome.
As Dr. Austin mentioned, we have a number of traditions at the University of Evansville, one of which is during commencement. Our commencement address is done by one of your fellow students. And at Convocation, it is done by the Exemplary Teacher Award given to the faculty member last year. This past spring, the award was presented to Dr. Michael Slade, and I'm pleased that he's here with us to deliver the keynote address. Dr. Slade is an associate professor in the Department of Chemistry, received a Bachelor of Science degree with honors in chemistry, graduating magna cum laude from Emory University. He also earned his PhD in organic chemistry from the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, and was the Howard Hughes Medical Institute postdoctoral science teaching fellow at Iowa State University. His specializations are synthetic organic chemistry, new reaction development, and total synthesis. Research interests are broadly defined, primarily synthetic interests that lie in the development of new reaction technologies for construction of challenging molecular architectures. Dr. Slade has written a number of publications and made numerous presentations and posters. He's been awarded several UE Explore grants, working closely with students in their undergraduate research, participated in UE Scholarship Day as the department's coordinator of activities, and is a member of the chemistry department's safety committee. Also part of the UE Global Friends and Family program, serving as a host family for freshmen from Bolivia. Would you please help me welcome Dr. Michael Slade.
Thank you, President Petroskevich, for the introduction, and thank you, question mark, to the powers that be for giving me the opportunity to speak to you all today. Not gonna lie, I'm terrified. I don't know what to say to you people. I mean, you might think this guy is used to getting up in front of people and talking, right? After all, that is my day job. But this is a different animal. I'm not talking about chemistry. I mean, I was told I could speak about whatever I wanted to, but I don't think you all need to hear about nucleophiles and electrophiles. And no, I did not just make up those words. So I was told that I should speak about what I thought incoming students would want and or need to hear. And I was told that I could offer personal examples to help you all feel connected. So here goes. This is something that I think you need to hear. This is the best, most encouraging, and important life lesson that I've got for you. In fact, it's something of a refrain in most of my classes, and I think some of the OLs over here probably see where this is going. You ready? The universe hates you. There it is, the deepest truth I can offer you in the most uplifting way I can say it. Okay? All right, so I know that doesn't seem like the tone I should strike here, so let me unpack what I mean by that, and let me follow it up with what I always tell my students. The universe hates you, but I love you in a non-threatening, non-Title 90 way. So I'm sure I speak for the rest of the faculty here when I say that. As you see all these people up here in their clown suits, I mean dignified academic regalia, know that you are looking at a collection of highly dedicated, brilliant people with terminal degrees and expertise in every academic field under the sun. Most of us here might be able to make more money doing something else. But you know what? I love it here. I love my job. I love you all. I love what you represent. And I love the chance to see what you all do as you go on from this place and make change in this world. And I know there are other people sitting here who feel the same way. These are your faculty. They are here because of you, and they are here for you. So take home message number one. Make use of these people. Make the most of the fact that you are here at UE. Lean into the fact that this place is like a family. I'm now like the 10th person up here who has said that, right? So, get to know your faculty members. Go to their office hours. That's what they're for. And while you're at it, don't just get to know your faculty. You should also branch out of your comfort zone a little. Don't just cloister yourself off in your dorm. Get out there. Get to know your fellow students. Even if it feels a little uncomfortable, it'll be worth it. So I'm going to make it easy on you. We can get a whole lot of awkward out of the way right here, right now, by doing something we do in my class when we talk about the shapes of molecules. All right, and faculty, you can do this too. Turn to the person on your right and shake their hand. Okay? Turn to the person on your left and shake their hand. Okay. So because we're in a right-hand dominated world, right, we've been enculturated. When you did that, you both probably put your right hand forward. Okay, now what I want you to do is one of you put your right hand forward, and one of you put your left hand forward, and now shake hands. What did you guys just do? What did you just do? That's the awkward turtle. Okay? So, now that that's out of the way, even if you don't really know the person you're sitting next to, you'll always have that time that Slade made you do that, and you can look back on that and you've bonded. Good times. Okay, no, for real. So the reason I do that in class, when I do it, is to emphasize the importance of shape and fit. Whether it's molecules interacting, hands shaking, or you finding your place in the larger UE family, you are an important part of the fit. You all have your own individual reasons for being here in this place right now. So I encourage you to find your fit. You do belong here. You will grow here, you will make friends here, you will laugh here, you will cry here. How do I know you'll cry here? I know at least some of you will take organic chemistry, and that's an occupational hazard of organic chemistry. Seriously though, this gets back to the universe and how it hates you. The universe does not exist to make life easy on you. The universe is a messy place. It's full of nuance and ambiguity. And everything is in shades of gray. Absolutes, simplicity, black and white would be easier. In the next 4 years, you will necessarily grow to learn about the complexity of the universe and human histories, endeavors, and relationships. It's why we're here. It will be hard. It might be uncomfortable. But I also know that it's the world we live in. So you might as well wrestle with that fact in the family-like environment that you have here. There are people here who love you and support you. Embrace that. You fit and you belong. Speaking of belonging, I'm sure some of you know you do. I know you've been trained since elementary school into a fixed mindset. How many of you have been tracked throughout school? Like tracked into honors or tracked into special high ability or academically talented classes for extra enrichment? Anybody? Yeah, that was me too. So while there are great things that happen in those programs, the hidden message that gets internalized is that your abilities are fixed, that you are born with a certain level of intellectual capital and potential, and that you are here, and that thankfully there are other people who are here. So you breeze through high school and you're ready to rock and roll, and you know you belong in college. Well, I've got bad news for you. And I hate to burst the bubble of your preciousness, but I gotta be real. There are always people who are gonna be better and smarter than you. Again, I know that might not be the tone I'm trying to set here, but bear with me a minute. I do have some good news for you. All right? Maybe on the other hand, you weren't tracked into the high ability or the honors courses, but you know people who were. Maybe you, on the flip side, internalized the feeling that you're not gifted and talented. Maybe you had to work your butt off just to survive in high school, and you're here, and you're terrified. You wonder if you belong in college. I've got good news for you too. Good news that you already know. The good news is that the whole idea of fixed abilities is nonsense. So take home message number 2. You should adopt a growth mindset while you are here. That is to say, you can learn new things. The language of your discipline, the skills needed to succeed, anything you set your mind to. Yes, there might be people ahead of you on the learning curve, but I can promise you from experience teaching students with a variety of backgrounds in chemistry, there comes a time in everyone's career that they run out of coattails that they can ride from prior knowledge or from having had a great teacher in high school. Eventually, all that's left are your study skills and your habits, your passion, and your grit. These alone determine how well you can do and how far you can go. And those of you who've had to work your butt off to get here have the receipts to show it. If you bomb a test, which you might, you don't need to say, I give up. I'm just not good at math, or I'm just not good at chemistry. You say instead, I'm just not good at it yet. Or you say, I haven't yet figured out the best way to study for this class. That word, yet, it's powerful, and so are you. And finally, one last thing I want to leave you with. You are here at a small private liberal arts college whose sole reason for existence is to empower each student to think critically, act bravely, serve responsibly, and live meaningfully in a changing world. Part of what that means is that you'll be forced to, no, that's not right, you'll get to take classes outside your discipline. I encourage you, 1, to not roll your eyes and question the need to do this, and 2, expect to get an A because it's just a gen ed. Take the ideas seriously. Let them expand your world. You just never know when you might need what these courses have to offer you. For example, my wife came to UE as an undergrad. She was a religion major here, and this place opened the door to Duke Divinity School, which is a highly respected seminary, where she went on scholarship. She is now senior pastor of Bethlehem United Church of Christ on the north side of town. Does that sound like the trajectory of someone who needs a lot of math or a chemistry background? Do you think while she was here, she ever thought she would need math or chemistry ever again? If we're being honest, probably not, okay? But in December of 2015, I was sitting in room 101 of Cook Center, proctoring exam 4 in my Chem 118 classes. She texted me that our son was just diagnosed with type 1 diabetes and that we'd be heading up to Riley Hospital in Indianapolis as soon as I was out of the exam. Now, there's a lot more I could say about diabetes, but my point for today is we suddenly started having to do a lot of math to figure out, 1, how many carbohydrates were in the food we were feeding our son, and 2, how much insulin to give him as a result. While she was at UE, my preacher wife got to take chemistry with my fabulous colleague, Dr. Brian Lynch. Because of this, she did have some basic quantitative literacy skills and some math know-how that was suddenly necessary to keeping our son alive. So I promise you, my family can attest to the fact that the part of the UE mission statement about preparing students to live in a changing world is true. Whether we're talking about the micro scale and it's just your world changing due to a sudden and unforeseen circumstance, or whether we're talking about the macro scale about the broader world, like grappling with the existential crises of white supremacy or climate change, to name just two. The formation that you undergo here at UE will get you ready for it, whatever it is, and you'll be ready to change it. Because I'm afraid the universe hates you. But I and my faculty colleagues and all the student support staff love you. We are confident that you'll find your fit and you'll thrive here, and we can't wait to see what you'll make of the next 4 years and beyond. Go get it.
I don't know about you, but I like the terrified Dr. Slade. Well done. So I don't have the secret handshake that he does, but I suspect that many of you sitting out there probably know the people sitting next to you, maybe even friends, but you probably don't know the people behind you. So as we did in prologue, can you please turn around and introduce yourselves to the people behind you? Well done. I would now like to welcome again Allison Elchermeyer for the singing of the sesquicentennial class anthem, which you'll find printed on the last page of your program. Or the first page of your program.
Given life through founder's vision, nurtured by a city's pride, under skies that stretch to England, shaping hearts, transforming minds, from grief's ashes risen stronger, side by side our history claim, and with thee, dear alma mater, face the future unafraid. Given life through founder's vision, nurtured by a city's pride, under skies that stretch to England, shaping hearts, transforming minds, from grief's ashes risen stronger, side by side our history claim, and with thee, dear alma mater, face the future unafraid.
Thank you, Allison. Thank you for joining us this morning for Academic Convocation. I wish you a remarkable journey at the University of Evansville. Now, Reverend Andy Payton will deliver benediction to close our ceremony.
I invite you to receive these words of both faith and of hope. As we prepare to leave this day, may you serve your God with patience and passion. May you be deliberate in enacting your faith. May you be intentional and steadfast in celebrating life's many gifts. And may you embody a courageous compassion in all that you do. Amen.